everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Steffi J. I hope that everyone is doing well. Many of you guys that follow me on YouTube may not know that for the past few months I've been developing my own clothing online store. I've had ups and downs. If you follow me on my Instagram, you may notice that I've been traveling a lot prior to the pandemic, and that has a lot to do with finding pieces that I would incorporate into my clothing line. So today, I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my journey and then what I'm currently up to, and also sharing bits and pieces of information just for you guys to get to know the clothing line a little bit better. So for now, let's get into how I started, what made me start my own clothing line. My grandmother had 9 kids and she made all their clothes from scratch. So she was very, very well talented, and she knew how to make very intricate, detailed pieces. And it's always been a dream of mine to have my grandmother make my clothes even for the longest time ever as well. But my grandmother passed away when I was a little girl. She did make me a couple things, especially clothing for my dolls when I used to live with her in Florida. But after when she passed away, we kind of, lost touch with that kind of world of having people make her clothes. Her clothes were so beautiful. But with that being said, I've always wanted to live up to that expectation of following my grandmother's shoes. So my dream is to manufacture my own clothes and dedicate a line towards my grandmother. Like, I am so close to her. I've always been close to her. But every time I think of her, I get so emotional. I feel like it's coming. But I just wanted to let you guys know that that's where my world is coming from, and that's who I get it from. A lot of us in my mom's side, in my mom's family, she has sisters, and some of these sisters, like one of her sisters actually, she's well into making clothes and designing her own stuff just like me. I think we're the only two. Her, like my aunt and I, we are so into fashion. But on my dad's side, we have a couple of family members as well that are into fashion, that are so talented as well. That's something that I can share with you guys a little bit later. You can kind of see in my story highlights under family. I have like a couple clips here and there, and I'm sure right away when you guys see that clip where I went to my cousin's wedding, you guys will see that there are, like, you'll get to see the talent flourishing through the cameras. It's such a beautiful video, so I urge you to take a look at that video a little bit, and you guys will see what I mean. But back to what I was trying to say in terms of my own clothing line. By now, you guys might be wondering, what is the name of my company? And the name of my company is called Sté Brands. Sté Brands is named after me. My name is Stéphanie. It's pronounced with the S-T accent aigu, just like in French. And I took the first 3 letters of my first name to call it Sté, and then I added the brands behind it. And then why brands? Brands is pretty much because I do want to dedicate a clothing line to my grandmother. And that will incorporate the memories of how I remember her and how she used to dress, the certain things that she likes. So I want to be very detailed, and that is something that I will be talking to you guys maybe in a different video. And then I also do have other lines that I want to develop in the long run as well, that is pretty much dedicated to everybody that has left a mark and a print in my life. Someone that has impacted me and that made me who I am today. That is something that has been very important to me, and I am a person that is just so loyal. I have so much loyalty and so much love to give to these people. You don't understand. So that's why, like, I have such a big smile on my face too, just listening to myself saying that, and it makes me so emotional just because I love them, and I figured, why not always like try to give back in the best way, shape, or form possible. In terms of wondering how I started, let me tell you, starting a business has been all about preparation, like a mix between preparation and a pool of really trial and error and learning from your mistakes and then picking up from there. Really, that's what we've been doing. I've made a lot of mistakes and I've learned from it. So in terms of that, both Michael and I were dedicated. Michael actually works full-time, poor guy. I started doing social media full-time and as well as my business. And let me tell you, for both of us, it's definitely not easy. We learn as we go. I want to basically share the information with you guys because I know that there's a lot of you guys that are either influencers or that always had a dream of wanting to start your own business. And I feel like if I'm going through it and I can help someone, why not, right? We all learn from each other, and it is the best feeling ever when you learn from somebody else. I always like to give that dedication to someone else. So here I am doing myself that favor of helping somebody else that may need my help. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please leave your questions down below, letting me know what those are, and then perhaps I can do a video in the near future letting you guys know how I got over those mistakes or how I'm currently dealing with them. The exciting thing that came with doing this business has been the traveling piece. I would say that it is so important that whenever you do business in general, not only the fashion business industry, it's always good to meet new people, because the more you surround yourself with people that are in the exact same field as you, the more that you will get to learn. There's certain secrets that you may not know that people will share with you. Even if it's the smallest amount of idea, will get you a lot further than you would think. And little by little, you will be someone that will be just as powerful and knowledgeable, I would say, not even powerful, but knowledgeable about the industry itself. So traveling was definitely something that got me out of my comfort zone. I mean, I got to go to the Coterie in New York, and I also traveled not too long ago to Vegas to actually just meet suppliers face to face. My learning curves was being able to meet those people face to face. For one, it's very good for you to learn from people that are in the same industry as you. Get to know your suppliers. Getting to know your suppliers is so important because you want to develop that relationship. That relationship can either make or break your business. And also to keeping in touch with those suppliers through good and through bad times, letting them know how you're doing. That's one of the things that is so important, because those people, if one day you have an emergency, those are the same people that you can count on to get you products, to get you things, and they might know about the business and the suppliers that they are currently working with to be able to get you your goods faster than you need them, or even secrets that you may not even know. So even up to this point, although I first started, that is the number one key thing that I found. There is this one time, for an example, I called one of my suppliers and I really needed an actual merchandise because I had run out of sale and I needed to restock on it, and it was so important to me that I restock on my product. But when I originally called, I didn't call the person I had a relationship with. I called and said, is there any possibility that I can get a shipment of this and so whatnot? And then that person immediately said no. But I contacted the person that I usually speak to, and that person was nice enough to say, let me go check in the back to see if we have more. She just went that extra mile and made my day. I was so happy that she took her time to be able to look. So that just tells you, if you develop the relationship in the right way, sometimes someone might bypass you when you don't have a relationship with them and they may not care as much as you have a relationship. But I know for a fact that it's so important that you do have that relationship with that person. The other important thing that I wanted to say is that building a relationship with your supplier does not always have to be buying clothes. You don't have to necessarily make a purchase to get to know your suppliers. There's different ways that you can communicate with a supplier to get to know them a little bit better and for them to get to know you. I mean, it's almost like you're building a friendship with someone. So the exact same way that you would ask your friends questions is the exact same way that you should be able to ask your supplier questions as well. So when you do go to a store and you're buying a dress or something, when you ask the store manager questions is the exact same way that you would be building a relationship with your suppliers. That is definitely something that's really important. Now back to going to the Coterie and then also going to Vegas into a fashion district. Bottom line is that meeting people face to face, the value of actually being able to touch the clothes, feel, and see what you're getting yourself into is non-comparable. It's something that will leverage off of you building that relationship, and then vice versa, them building a relationship with you. They will ask you questions just as much as you will ask them questions. I met people that didn't even know where to start or how to start, but they came to the fashion district shows because they were trying to learn. They had their notebooks, they came more prepared than I was. Like, it was incredible to see. There were some sweet, really, really sweet people that you can tell they wanted to talk to someone. They wanted to learn from you. There are tons of people that are going to be in the same shoes as you, but even higher than you. So there's a little bit for everybody to share, a little bit of everything and every level for people to learn. So definitely that is something to keep in mind, is that whenever you go to any of these events, you go to any of these places, that you do come prepared with your pen and paper. You have your questions lined up so that you can get to know your entire industry and the people that you are surrounding yourself with. That is so important. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's still funny to me how everything happened, because just in February, I was in Vegas meeting suppliers and vendors face to face, and then shortly after, the pandemic happened. Let's be honest, like, it's been easier to throw my hands up in the air to say I'm done and I don't want to do this anymore, because it's tough. It is tough, I'm not gonna lie. And it's not only tough for me, but it's also tough for other people that have small businesses or even big businesses. God knows what will happen when we have what is called the new norm, which we don't even know what that's gonna be like. What I've been doing is taking this time to go over everything that I have in the store and regrouping and asking myself questions as to, do I need to have this? What are my next steps? How can I rebrand or retake a look at things? A lot of what I'm doing in terms of the online and my landing page and looking at my photos, I'm just trying to make sure that I better myself every step of the way and every chance I get. So any little time that I have on my hands is used to pretty much better myself with the online store. That is so important to me because I put a lot of time towards making everything look seamless. And then one of the things that I've also been working on is developing Sté Brands' Instagram page slowly and surely. And I will leave a link down below for you guys to go check that out. Definitely check out the website as well. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what you guys think about the website. And I will also leave a link down below for the website itself. I am excited to hear what you guys have to say. A big part in the next step is to really talk to you guys about what I carry in my store and the reasons behind it. I honestly cannot wait to show you guys some of the things that I carry in my online store and for you guys to see it on me. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to showing you guys, and I cannot wait for the next video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, check out my online store and also the Instagram. I'm looking forward to hearing you guys' feedback, and I will see you guys in my next video.